They bring the 122nd edition of the Eastern Counties Cricket live here on ZFP TV 7 and on our website, bbc.pm. And again, the World Cup game you can watch this afternoon at 5:35 on ZBM TV 9. I'm Ian Rollins. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Don't go anywhere. The excitement continues as we bring you live action from the 122nd anniversary of the Eastern Counties Cricket Association. We'll be right back.
Anything goes when we ride. Even with my little shorty by my side. The long time I'm gonna burn up a pop and hit them by some pride. Sweet little deed. L-O-V-E. Need more love, love, love. We need it desperately. We need more love, love, love. For humanity. Got somebody, she's a beauty, very special, really and truly. Take good care of me, like it's her duty. Want you right by my side, night and day.
Wondering what life could be like with Drop It? Imagine more time to relax, recharge, and enjoy the little things, like floating stress-free while your groceries come to you. Don't let errands eat up your day. Drop It brings Lindo's groceries right to your doorstep while you do, well, whatever you want to do. Lindo's. Why go anyplace else?
Class of 2026. What's your next chapter? University overseas? Bermuda College? Or your first job? HSBC Bermuda can help you start strong.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Open an HSBC Bermuda bank account and receive a $100 gift card from a local retailer or Amazon.com. And every successful referral receives a $50 reward. Hurry! This limited time offer ends July 31st. Apply online at hsbc.bm/nextchapter, and within 2 business days, an HSBC team member will guide you through the final steps. Terms and conditions apply. HSBC is licensed to conduct banking and investment business by the Bermuda Monetary Authority.
It promises to be an exciting match. Before I name off the teams, I would just like my co-commentators to say a few words to the listening public. Butchie B or Dougie, whoever wants to go first.
Good morning, everybody, and it's a pleasure to be here at Eastern County. And Juice, you said it's 122nd, and that number is important. We won Connie Cup with 122 runs. So, but that just shows the length and the breadth of Eastern County and the strength of this competition and what the committees are doing. 122 years strong, and it's gotten even bigger. So congratulations to Eastern County's 122 years, and we're in for a spectacle today. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, Dougie, speaking of spectacles, as I look out over the grounds, it's absolutely spectacular. Over to the right, we see the sun glistening off the ocean. Look how beautiful that looks. All the colors of the rainbow and of the counties are represented by the tents and the pop-ups. It's an absolutely brilliant atmosphere. There's a bit of breeze to cool us off. The sun is shining. There's some spongy clouds rolling around, but they're not ones that are threatening with any type of rain. But this, I think, is going to be interesting. I'm hoping that the experts that have selected these teams and the players who are going to be players on the chessboard live up to the expectation, because what can happen here today can be something that can be very, very exciting.
Yes, I certainly concur with your sentiments as well, Butchie. Certainly we must give a lot of praise to the St. David's committee for an excellent venue that they have prepared, and I do believe there are more of the scaffolding up on the bank, on the Lord's end, as we like to call it. So it looks really well. There's a very good crowd, as expected, for the Eastern County. For so early in the morning, they are in anticipation of exactly what is to come to take place. Again, we want to remind you that Bayless Bay won the toss and have elected to bat. The teams for today: Cleveland County, the champions, Mackay, McGowan, Stevie Bremer Jr. We have to confirm whether or not Jason Anderson, he was included in the team. I don't think I've seen him. Dougie, have you seen him there?
No, I haven't seen him, and I think Kushai has come in his place today.
So it looked like Kushai Darrell will be taking Jason Anderson's place. Jabari Darrell, Treadwell Gibbons Jr., guess. Alan Douglas Jr., guess. Clay Darrell, Mackay Young, Zarai Tomlinson, Shakai Darrell, and Damali Bell. The reserves are Mari Davis and Kristen Singh. Bayless Bay, the challengers: Captain Taryn Frey, Rodney Trott, Vice Captain, Delray Rollins, guess. Stray Mendes, guess. Derek Brangman, guess. Sinclair Smith, guess. Coleridge Durham, McQueel Walker, Kyle Hutzel, Danico, Hollis, and Michael Agar. The reserves for today is Lazai Otterbridge, Jermaine Usher, and Sheree Tavares. Both teams have stacked their respective teams with guest players of the highest quality. So regardless of the positions in the league standings and what you may think of the respective teams during the league, they certainly, both of them have strengthened their teams, and it promises to be a very, very exciting match. The pitch itself is in immaculate condition, hence Bayless Bay winning the toss and electing to bat. Most teams looking at that wicket would have probably done the same thing and batted as well. So again, we welcome each and every one of the listening audience to your number one County Cup station, Power 95. We hope to bring you ball by ball play, and we hope that for those of you that cannot make or venture down to Lord's, will be home listening and enjoying what we have. As the day progresses, we may even I might send out my number where I can be messaged, that we can give a couple of shout outs, but that will depend on the play, on how the day's proceedings are going. So as we're speaking, we see that the reserves are coming off the field. We see I think that's the mayor. He's put on a bit of weight there, Dougie. The mayor of
Yes, and
Cleveland County.
I was just looking at the mirror, Devil, so I was glad to see him. He's limping, he's putting on some weight. He's got his blue sock, his white sock, the flag flying high, blue and white all over, and proud Cleveland man.
Yeah, it looks like the mayor's been to the gym. He's looking good.
Jim, he looked like he's been to the deli.
He's supposed to inhale, he exhale when he's doing the exercise.
So we're still waiting on the Bayless Bay openers to come out. I'm almost certain that one will be Terran Frey. And normally, well, as I look into the team setting, Coolidge Durham normally opens up as well, but we'll get confirmation. They're yet to come onto the field. We see that Cleveland County are there, and we see the skipper marshalling the troops. I thought, Dougie, last year that was one of the skipper, the story about his grandmother, and then she passed and had the cup.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of the highlights of the 122 years of Eastern County.
It was certainly, we talked about that this week, and you know, so the question was, what's driving you this year? So he set a few goals and things like that, so it should be again something that's gonna get the heart thumping.
And as we're speaking, we see the openers making their way onto the pitch, and I'm thinking we're gonna wait and see which batsman. I think Terran Frey will probably take first strike. And I think that's Coolidge Durham, Dougie? Coolidge Durham. He will be the second batsman. And also coming from the club end, is Damali Bell, the left-hander, tall, lanky fella. He's acquitted himself quite well in previous outings, and they are expecting some good things from him today as well. He will be bowling to two slips. We'll try to call the field. It hasn't quite settled yet. We do know the wicketkeeper, two slips, point, cover, extra cover, mid-on, short mid-wicket, and a wideish long leg that's not quite to the boundary. He's down there to protect the four rather than the single. And we see another chap coming across that will be like a square leg. He obviously will be saving one, as well as the mid-wicket, short mid-wicket. There's still some pointing and shifting going on, so the field hasn't settled as of yet. 122 years of the Eastern County. What will unfold, we will not know until another about 8 hours. But this is we're getting ready prepared to bowl the first ball coming from the club end. We are perched high with a great view. Damali Bell will be bowling left arm over the wicket to the right-hander, Frey. He's flexing, and in he comes. In he comes, left arm over the wicket. The ball pitched well up and is punched in the covers. They think about a quick single, but Mackay Young feeling in the cover region, runs in very quickly, collects, and throws to the wicketkeeper. That ball was pitched well up, and Terran Frey just pushing it into the cover region. And we're off and running on the 122nd edition of the Eastern County. The first round between the champions, the champions Cleveland County versus, I see Dougie there smiling. I have to be very careful knowing, and he's got to control himself today, knowing he's a staunch Cleveland County man. But he'll do his best, I'm sure, as Damali's back to his mark. And in he comes. A breeze coming across the pitch. In he comes, left arm over the wicket. And there's a loud appeal. There's a loud appeal for LBW. The only thing that saved him was that the ball may have been pitched just outside the leg stump. But that was a good appeal from Damali Bell. The ball was pitched just outside the line of the leg stump, in the opinion of the umpire. That umpire being a Knight. The other umpire for today is Cumberbatch. Cumberbatch has risen through the ranks, and he's now doing the Eastern County as Damali. In he comes, left arm over the wicket. And that time, full toss, and it's punched right there to the mid-wicket where Mackay Young does the fielding. A good piece of fielding from him. The ball was hit pretty firmly and briskly onto the leg side where Mackay does the fielding. Damali will know that. That is a very strong point of Terence Frey's batting when he plays off the legs. In he comes. Left arm over the wicket. The ball pitched up, and then there's a stifled appeal of the two in the slip region, but the ball just outside the line of the legs of the off stump. And Terence Frey pushing forward. Terence Frey, as we know, the skipper of Bermuda, T20, very experienced young man. He seemed like he's been around for many years. And he certainly is one of the finer cricketers that we have today, as Damali. In he comes. Left arm over the wicket. That ball short. And he's pulled to mid-wicket. Just short outside the off stump, and Terence Frey rocks back and pulls it for 4. So Terence Frey opens his account with a 4. And Bailey's Bay are off and running. The ball just outside. And Damali Bow doesn't have a lot of pace, and Frey in a flash. So it just short, rocked back, pulled it to mid-wicket for 4. 4 for the loss on the wicket. Bailey's Bay having won the toss and elected to bat. It's a good batting wicket, so Damali's going to have to bowl a good line and a good lane. And in he comes. Left arm over the wicket. This time outside, beaten outside the off stump. Terence Frey coming forward, and the ball just going away from him ever so slightly, going through to the wicketkeeper. And that's the end of the over, which would have been a good over outside of that one he pulled in, pushed in short. And Terence Frey, in all his experience, pulling it to the backward of mid-wicket for 4 runs. That's the end of the over. And I would assume that the skipper, McGowan, I think they call him Showtime McGowan. Showtime McGowan. Certainly had a great County Cup last year, a good series. He's led the team from the front. It will be interesting as well to note that Herbie Bascom is not coaching the team today. Those duties have left to who, Dougie? Who's the Courtney Trott? Courtney Trott is doing the duties. So it will be just interesting to see the different procedures that goes on today without Herbie there. But I'm sure we saw him earlier. So he's around, helping around somewhere. Yeah. As McGowan, he will be getting ready to face the left-hander, Coleridge Durham. 2 slips, point, cover, extra cover, mid-on, mid-wicket, a mid-on, mid-off, and a short mid-wicket. Now we see Mackay Young coming out of the cover region, and it looks as if he will eventually stop just backward of square, and he's there to save the single. So McGowan, Showtime McGowan. He's now preparing to bowl from the Lord's end, which is the actual end where they have the big white screen. The bank end is called the Lord's end. So for those of you that don't know that, that's a bit of information. He's coming in. In he comes, tall chap, right arm over the wicket. He's pushed that through outside the off stump, and that there just pushed it. Durham has pushed it down to the third man where they go through for a single. The ball just outside the off stump. So the score now goes on to 5. And he just caresses it just backward down deep to third man where they go through for a comfortable single. 5 without loss here at the first round of the Eastern County Cup competition. It only seemed like yesterday, Dougie, that we were here.
It does, but you know, the nerves are still going around though.
Dougie's sitting here with a bated breath. He gets caught up in the match, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. For us that's played County Cup, our respective teams and counties mean the world.
Earlier we mentioned the nerves of the players at the beginning. I'm sitting there to my good friend to the left. He looks more nervous than me.
As McGowan, the skipper, in he comes. Right arm over the wicket. And that ball's pushed into the cover very well by Terence Frey. Just outside the off stump, pushed through the covers region where they're going through for a quick 2, a comfortable 2. So Terence Frey takes his total on to 6. And the total is now 7 without loss. very nonchalantly, good timing, just pushing it through the vacant cover area where they go through for a comfortable 2. Nothing with great flamboyancy or fanfare, just a gentle push, good timing, good positioning, and he's been rewarded with a comfortable 2 as McGowan is going to have to bring the ball up a bit. In he comes, right arm over the wicket. And this time outside the off stump, and again it got what it deserved. Terran Frey is in no nonsense mood. The ball pitched well up this time, but wide outside the off stump. And again, this time a bit more power. Frey punches it through the cover region, and they go through for 4. Frey takes his personal total onto 10, and the score loss. And we see some adjustments being done to the field. An extra cover has been brought in to shore up that particular area. And that time, Frey hit that with a bit more venom and authority through the cover. So very attractive stroke. In he comes, right arm over the wicket. And again, a bit wide. And this time, Frey again cuts this square of the wicket for 4 runs. Terran Frey going on to 14. The score is 15 without loss. Just really, for anyone of the caliber of a Terran Frey, that is meat and potatoes, or as I like to say, manna from heaven. Just short outside the off stump, and Frey punches it just forward or backward point or forward point, and they're going through for a 4. 14 to Terran Frey, 1 to Durham, and the score is now 15 without loss. This wicket is a batsman's paradise, so McGowan's really going to have to apply his wits. And he comes right arm over the wicket.